What is there in Mindanao na dati na, because in Mindanao there was only the Port PC zone, the one battalion only of the army was there. The Port Division, yan lang ang mga forces doon. The Port Division, ang force niya lang doon is the one battalion in Kabakan. Kabakan, kung saan nakalagay yun. Doon. Yun lang ang nandun sa Mindanao. And task force pagkakaisa, which is the, I think, for the PC. The PC yun. Yun lang ang pwersa doon. So, pag consolidation na yun, when I was assigned doon sa Mindanao, ang sabi lang sa akin, you bring your, bring your whatever stuff you have, sabi niya sa akin, Marcos, ha?
Dito siya sa right. Okay na.
Whatever forces you can, personnel you have, you bring them, your stuff. So, dinala ko lang ang 2 and 3. Yun lang ang dala ko muna. Yun lang ang dala ko noon. Yung pala, sabi ko, mga 10 araw lang tayo roon. Sabi ko, akala ko. So, punta kami. Pagdating ko roon, malaki pala problema. Malaki pa ng problema doon. So, yun ang consolidation. Nagpadala ng mga battalions, nagpadala ng mga kwan. Yeah, so we're consolidated. And pagkatapos noon, ano ang susunod doon?
Build up military troop and armament.
Yung kwan na yun. We build up the troop, put up the different areas sa Awang and Cotabato City. And then I use Lebak also as a jumping point for the operation doon. And after that,
Build up local self-defense forces.
yung self-defense forces na yan is ang pinagkuhan ko dyan is the task force pagkakaisa. Ang ganyan. Because ang pinag-control ko, yung self-defense forces na yan was the CHDF. Ano ba tawag to? Ano ba CHDF? Home Defense Force. Civilian Home Defense Force. Yung CHDF. Kaya yan. So, meron commander ng CSDF sa mga Cotabato City. Meron doon sa ibang towns na mga kwan. Pinakonsolidate ko yan pa ito. Pero the MNLF at that time was already training in the different provinces at that time. Pero hindi pa nanggugulo yung mga yon. Dahil training. Kaya kinukuha ko si Ahoro noon. Bakit mo hindi kinukuha yung mga yon? Wala naman silang ginagawa sila eh. They're just training. O bakit ko guguluhin?
Parallelisms kasi sir na utak ko sir habang nagkukwento kayo sir. Okay sir. Strengthen controlled areas.
So, we have to do this in the Awang, pinakuan ko yan. Pina-strengthen ko, Cotabato City, Lebak. Yan. So, and then yung ginawang mga LSDF noon, Local Self-Defense Force. Yan. For the local defenses of the different communities lang. Yun, sa Cotabato. So, after that, when I should ililink up ko na ngayon sa Kwan, sa Port Division, sa Kwan, Port Division, Port PC Zone, sa Parang. So, yung road na yon binlock ngayon ng Kwan. So, I have to link up dahil dalawang bridges yata, blow up nila nun, blow up ng mga Kwan, ng mga MNLF. They blew it up. So, we have to recover mga yan, gano'n. And, kaklase ko rin yun sa kabila. Si Spina yata, una-una si Spina. Sabi ko, magpapadala ko naman dyan para ma-repair yung mga bridges. So, yung pag-repair ng bridges, yung engineers, yung ano bang engineer nandun noon, nasa Kwan, third, I think it was the third engineer brigade. Third engineer brigade yata nandun doon. Plus the Bureau of Bureau of Public Highways noon, yung mga engineers noon to reconstruct repair the bridges. Yung na-repair na-link up na yan, no? Pagka-link up noon, yan, I prepared the operation now to recover the provinces on the south side. Yung after Awang, papasok na sa Central Plains, the Central Plain of Cotabato.
So ito na yung pag-shift niyo from defensive to offensive.
From defensive to offensive na ito. Yan. Nung naka-link up na ako, offensive to defensive, naka-build up na ako ng forces. Ano, ilang batalyon ang pinadala sa akin doon. Pero nagpalit-palit naman ang bata, hindi naman kompletong kanyan eh. So, yun ang kaya ko. Offensive. Doon sa offensive, ako na naman yan. Isa-isa na naman na kinuha ko. Yung dinaig ang unang-unang binira ko doon eh. Dinaig. Tapos sunod-sunod na yan sa Central Plain. Doon sa kabila, mga PNP batalyon. Dalawa yata batalyon ng PNP na na-attach sa akin noon eh. Pero parang nagkuhan lang kami. Link up lang kami in one town. Ano pa yung mga ibang towns doon na nakuha namin noon?
Yung Lebac, sir.
Siya sa Lebac, iba yun. No? Ibang kon yun. Kinuha ko muna yun. Yung Lebac is maintenance operation lang doon. Doon muna sa Central Plain ako nag-concentrate yung campaign. Nung nakuha ko na yung Central Plain, inilipat ko na si Sionco sa Lebac. Saka yung ibang batalyon sa Lebac to recover yung different towns naman up to Calamansi, Palimbang. Ko na yun sa ano ito, seaside. Ano seaside na yon, lahat yun. Kwan. Tapos nung pumutok ang Davao Oriental, munta na naman ako. I have to send a brigade na naman doon sa Davao Oriental. Ako mismo nagpunta doon. Dahil ang pag-link up naman doon, dahil sa gitna yung mga MNLF, hindi lang MNLF, I think there were communist elements doon din eh. May mga communist elements doon. So, yung Navy, nagpakuha ako sa kabila, binaypass ko yung gitna, no? Because sa kabila, yung dito sa capital ng Davao Oriental, 2 persa yun. Kuha ko yan para naipit yung kondon, yung MNLF forces. Napa-alis namin, some of those surrender sa kondon. So, nakuha na namin yung Davao Oriental. Ganon. Ang ginawa ko na naman kondon sa Davao Oriental, yung commander ng brigade na kondon was initially the governor, the head of the... Initially. Oh. Yung governor doon, si Juan eh. I forgot the name of the governor. Siya muna ang pinagkuhan ko doon. Panag-campaign ko for peace campaign. No?
Yes, sir. How did you use psychological operation to support your
Yun nga, the psychological operation that I used there was that the one involved was sino ba yung namatay na yung kanya yun eh.
Di ba siya General Ermita, sir?
Si Ermita kasama ko yun sa Kuan. Sa ano ito, as my personal propaganda. Yung Saywar. Siya ang nagkukuha sa akin ng to meet with communities, radio, television, kung saan kami pupunta Manila, kung saan kami pumupunta to brief people on what we have been doing in Mindanao. Si Ermita. Magaling si Ermita sa Kuan. Civil relation.
Yung nga, sir, it helped. Kasi parang iniisip ko itong ano nyo, sir, that really is needed, sir, for
That is needed, yung ko na yun, yung civil relation, yung ko na yan, effort on SIWAR. The SIWAR was a good effort namin no, to help the military offensive na ginagawa namin noon. SIWAR kwan. Especially pag nakakuha na kami ng na-recover namin, recapture namin yung different provinces, different towns, ayan, kailangan yung SIWAR effort na nagkukan doon.
How did you conduct, sir, yung SIWAR plus yung rehabilitation, yung disaster, tawag doon, sir, yung relief and evacuation operations? Kasi problema namin din yun ngayon, sir. How did you do it?
There were evacuations noon during the operation, no? Like what happened in batawin to, sa one of the towns na nakulong yung mga civilian doon, and pati yung one company of the PNP, PC, doon nakulong ng MNLF na kwan. Pinadala ko by helicopter yata a portion of to assist yung air operation. One company of a battalion. No, sino yung battalion commander noon? Noon. Pinadala ko muna doon to help the PC was there to maintain the defense of that particular town. Hindi ko na matandaan yung town na yun. Maganoy. Datupiyang kabila. Ito ba kabila yun? Yung Datupiyang.
Sharif at Wakaan.
Yung Datupiyang, iba naman yun. That was an operation na talagang that was the headquarters of the MNLF noon eh. That was the headquarters of the MNLF actually.
So yung Datupiyang fighting nyo talaga?
Doon na talagang kuhan. Hindi no, there was no fighting. Actually, I thought there will be heavy fighting because they were there. What I did there is that ito si Maderaso, 12 Infantry Battalion, yata yun. Siya pinadala ko doon. At pina-estimate ko muna sa kanya kung ano ang tingin niya ron sa area yon. So, but pag nakuha ko na yun sa Maganoy, tapos na yun, no? Nakuha na namin yun. That's why I was able to travel. So, pinuntahan ko si Maderaso naman before entering Datupiyang. Pinapunta ko si Maderato, tinignan ko yung how he was going to proceed to attack the headquarters of the MNLF. So, binibrief niya ako. So, itong SIWAR ko, nag-drop ng mga leaflets for the civilians to take over or to remove, and for the civilians to influence the MNLF to get out of the dalawang leaflets ay pinahulog ko na doon. Dalawa. By helicopter. So, hinulog doon. So, I think they were able, the civilian, actually, kaya hindi kami there was no fighting there. There was no fighting because they were able to influence the MNLF to get out. Nandun yung Maguindanao River eh. Katabi lang eh. They were able to escape yung mga MNLF doon. And nung di nakahanda na yung artillery, barrage muna gagawin bago papasukin. Pinadala ni Maderaso yata yung reconnaissance group, pinareconnoiter niya. Nung nag-advance yung reconnaissance group, naglabasan niya mga tao. May dala mga white white flags or whatever, puting damit o what. So, naglabasan sila. Nagulat yung reconnaissance. Mukhang wala na yung mga MNLF doon dahil naglabasan ng mga tao eh.
So how did you recover, sir? Pagkuha mo, ano na yung civilians, what did you do, sir? Did you...
Pina-advance ko na yung kandon. Pina-occupy ko yung kandon.
So you really had to occupy...
Occupy the town itself.
Wow.
We occupied the town. Nawala yung mayor. Tumakbo rin yung mayor doon. Ang pinag-mayor ko ron si Colonel, sino ba itong Lanao. Taga-Lanao ito eh. I think he is a member of the royal family sa Lanao. Muslim ito. Siya ang pinag-mayor ko doon. So he was the mayor there. Nung nakuha na yon, so I went, nag-helicopter ako, pupunta ako doon sa town. Nakausap ko yung mga tao. Di college doon niya, yan yung nandi yung madre ka. Na nakikinig sa boses ko na huwag kayong lalabas, yung aking mga kinukuha sa radyo. You keep yourselves covered when the bombardment will run. Ganyan, no? Natakot daw sila roon. Dahil nakahanda na talaga yung mga artillery na titirahin sila eh. Naglabasan yung mga tao. I don't know, talagang God's ko din. Hindi ko eh. Hindi pabihira na wala yung mga Muslim doon eh. Bigla. Tapos naglabasan na yung mga naka-white bandera or whatever.
So how did you reintroduce, sir, yung government presence, government agencies doon sa mga areas na yun, sir, na ano yun, sir, matagal pa sila na control talaga ng MNLF?
Oo, matagal yung headquarters yun eh. Because that was the confluence of the Maguindanao River with the swamp. Ano ba yung swamp doon? Malapit doon. Takalimutan na yung pangalan ng swamp na yun. Malaking swamp yun eh. Oh. So, we were able to enter there na I talked to the different na naiwan na mga members ng municipal government. Hinahanap ko yung mayor. Sabi, umalis. Okay. So, ginawa ko muna si Lamping. Colonel Lamping. Yun ang ginawa ko mayor. Muslim yun eh. Muslim. Mabuti naman at Muslim. So, they were able to govern properly.
Were they, kasi you were just appointing your people this year, di ba?
Yes, just on the spot. And then I issue order.
They were adequately trained.
On the spot. Ikaw muna ang mag-mayor dito. Then I issue order. I report to the president that I issued this guy as a mayor there. No? So alam ni Presidente lahat, ni Marcos, kung sino mga ina-appoint kong mga mayor. Ganun.
And you were just judging everybody by character talaga.
Talagang kuwan. Kung sino yung mga nandun na kuwan, gaya doon sa Maganoy, sa kuwan, yung mga na-appoint ko, hindi naman sila, okay naman yung mga PC. PC na-appoint ko, hindi Army. Dahil yung Army, pambato ko yun eh. Yung PC, Civil Relations, kinukuha ko. I made use of their particular functions. Because ang PC noon, talagang peace and order yan. And civil relation. Ang Army talagang panlaban yan. Kaya hindi ko ina-appoint ng Army as kwan noon. So,
napaka-extraordinary yung time na yun, sir. Kasi, di ba, sir, for the longest time din, wala rin school.
Ayun, matagal. I suspended the schools. Pinasuspend ko yung schools. Yung nagkakagulo eh. Pinasuspend ko. Taka yung mga principal, nagtakbuhan din. The superintendent of schools, tumakbo din. So, pina-arrest ko yung mga yun nun. Yung mga superintendent of schools na yun. Pina-arrest ko lahat yung mga yun. Pati yung mga mayor. Pina-arrest ko nun.
Because, sir, tumatakbo sila because?
Natatakot sa amin. Natatakot sa amin. Because they are Muslims. Pero yung superintendent, hindi eh. Muslim din yung superintendent yata. O supervisor. Mga Muslim din. Pero yung mga teachers are Christians. Yung mga teachers. Yan, alala ko, there was an incident para sa Maganoy. Nung nakulong sila, yung mga parents or relatives of these teachers pumunta kay Marcos, kay President Marcos, at nakikiusap kay Marcos na ano ito, yung ilabas yung mga teachers na yon to save them. Ito alam mo, every night nag-uusap kami ni Presidente. Every night yan.
Kasi ano nyo sir, yung naging professional relationship nyo?
Hindi pa kami magkakilala noon eh.
Oo nga sir. Ano yung, because sir, direct from the President,
Direct sa akin. Kaya galit si Espino and Ramos sa akin. Parang they were jealous because the President talagang catered to me. Eh, itong dalawang ito, pati lalo si Espino, galit na galit sa akin. Pinasa-transfer ako ni Espino pinaalis ako sa SEMCO, matdalin ako sa talaga ito si Espino. Mga talalukon yan, mga yan eh. Merong, alam mo na yan, jealousy, riot, service jealousy, mga ganyan. Lalo si Ramos, PC yan eh. Ako Army. Talagang very jealous siya sa akin. And then, I was Army Commander in Cebu. Yung kanyang regional commander doon, sino ba yun? Para general na. Ako, colonel pa lang noon. So, tapos, inalis ako ni Marco, pinadala sa Mindanao. Hindi ako rinilive sa Cebu. So, dalawang aking kuwan.
Where did you get your star sir? Sa SEMCO na?
Sa SEMCO ako na star. Hindi, yung star ko, doon sa Cebu. After a briefing of Marcos.
Pero sir, yung reconstruction and rehabilitation must have been the very hard part.
Reconstruction and rehabilitation, ang nakatulong sa akin dyan, yung SPARE, yung Bureau of Highways, yung mga government entities ang nakatulong sa akin. Tsaka engineers ang nakatulong sa akin.
How did you, again sir, supervise or how did you use all of this?
Well, all of them, I have to meet them. Yung mga directors ng mga kwan in that area, I have to meet them. Especially yung paggawa ng mga roads. The roads and then the mga buildings na nasira na kwan. Sila ang pinangkuhan ko lahat. With, pinasecure ko sila. They have to be secured during that time. When they were building the roads and everything. May security sila from the army. Yung mga units, yung battalions, they are being secured. Lalo yung road from Cotabato City to General Santos, ginagawa yan eh. Ang gumagawa noon Korean company. Ito si Korean company ang gumagawa noon. Pinasecure. Sinusunog ng MNLF yung mga kanilang graders. Sinusunog eh. Ito, pag may iwanan ng army sa pag-operation, may iwanan, kinuha ng mga grader nila. Sinusunog talaga.
Gagayon. Kasi pupunta ako General Abad bukas, tanongin mo, pareho rin yung naabutan ko noong 97.
Sino?
General Helio, sir. Kahapon siya yung ko, sir. Sabi niya, ganda rin.
Raul.
Oo, sir. Hello, kayo.
He was my J2. U2.
Sir, pero ang isang ano po is, ano yung spare?
Spare?
Yes, sir, wala na kasi yun eh. So, ano ba yun, sir?
The spare was a special rehabilitation and government. This is a government unit.
Ano yun, sir? Military?
No, a civilian.
So, ano yun,
It
sir?
is civilian entity that was being used by government, by the provincial government for the rehabilitation. Lumabas lang yung spare na yan noong nagiging peaceful na ang kwan. Lumabas yung spare na yan to go to the different kwan, to help in the rehabilitation and and helping the people to go back to their, dahil nag-evacuate yung mga, marami nag-evacuate, thousands ito, to go back to their respective areas.
How did you deal with yung thousands na yun, sir? Kasi
Ang
ngayon,
dami niyan, oo.
how did you deal with it, sir?
Well, it's the army talaga ang nag-responsibility for these people, for the return of these people and the opening of the schools. Dahil close lahat ng school noon. Walang close noon. In fact, na-occupy namin yung mga ibang school buildings. Occupy na mga walang titirahan yung mga sundalo.
Sir, what in your training prepared you for that kind of work? Guerrilla kayo? Kasi,
What is my training?
yes.
Oh, wala. Puro puro widow. Not in the PMA, or your PMA. Not in the PMA. Wala kami. Napag-aralan ko yung counterinsurgency operation when I went to school in US, Special Warfare. Special Warfare. So, Special Forces ako. I went through Special Forces and Psychological Operation course sa US.
So, yun lang ang foundation niyo, sir.
Yan ang foundation ko. Special Forces and Japan. Special Forces, the group that is supposed to conduct operation behind enemy lines. Yung yun. Yung ginagawa ko rin yun doon. Ginagawa ko yun.
Meron bang special
Meron akong mga special operation using I have 3 special forces units. Dalawang special force team from 3rd Division sa akin, sa Cebu, and 1 special from 4th Division. Tatlong special forces.
How did you use them, sir?
I made use of them to train these CHDFs. They are the ones holding the CHDFs, yung mga special forces. Yes. And the CHDFs, many of them were made use to operate also together with the regular units of the but more especially for the defense of the municipality or for the barangay or the different government entities.
Pero doon naman tayo na-accuse, sir, na parang yung mga ilaga ginamit na CHD.
Nagamit ko yung ilaga. Nagamit ko yung mga ilaga.
Kasi, sir,
Nagamit ko. Pero yung ilaga was controlled more by the special forces. Hindi sila yung mga laban ng ilaga at ano ba mga kinukuha mga ilaga noon? Hindi ko masyadong yung mga ilaga noon dahil they were under control They were under control sa akin noon. Pero before that, talagang magulo yung mga ilaga dahil talagang kinukuha nila yung mga Muslim na civilians.
black shirt, sir.
Oo, yung ano ba tawag ng black shirts. Oo. Talaga naglalaban yan noon. Pero nung dumating ako roon, hindi na masyado. Dahil meron akong mga special forces teams to really discipline them and retrain them as part of the CSDF. Sa mga ilaga. Mga Bisaya yun Oh. Hindi sila masyadong nagkuha sa akin noon. They were not much of a problem sa akin.
Ang inaano ko, sir, kasi yung final phase nyo was